his companions, and all those who follow him until the day of judgment. There was a question regarding the person who the hadith regarding the punishment for the person who neglects or rejects the salah, or could be struggling with salah. So there's different scenarios. There is a hadith in the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi rahimahullah that is explained in that, which sometimes if you take the hadith by itself, it it gives a it's not fully understood. So the hadith is, I have been commanded to fight the people until they say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah wa iqam as-salah wa ita zakat. Right? So what this means is that this is also, in this hadith, is excluding the people of the book. Jayid, because there are Ahl al-Kitab, right? Now the people now this rule of just fighting for the for a person to say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah was also abrogated by another hadith, by the rule of jizya, right? By the rule of jizya, if you're going to live within a Muslim land, right, within a Muslim land, then you pay jizya and you're safe, right? That's you get all the benefits of being in that land. So now in regards to the salat and the zakat, we find the in the time of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, when the three group arose, one of them was those that denied zakat. They said, the Prophet ﷺ died, we're not going to pay zakat. The other ones were the false prophets, and the other one were the hypocrites that said, oh khalas, the Muhammad ﷺ died, now we can really show our face. So these three groups arose and they were trying to attack the Muslim community, and therefore Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu made shura and told Umar radiallahu anhu about what he decided, and then he implemented that. He fought against them for the sake, because the zakah is a right of Allah, right? Is a deen of Allah, and it has to be fulfilled. Jade, if you have the ability, it has to be fulfilled. So therefore, due to the fact that this zakah was for the benefit of the fuqara, al-masakin, the poor, the needy, the wayfarer, and there are people that are who deserve this zakat, then that's Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu protecting the rights of these needy people. That's why he fought against them, and also to fulfill that within the Islamic leadership, that that's being a Muslim, you have to fulfill those duties. So this is it in essence. But in regards of a person who believes that salah is obligatory but still hasn't found the sweetness of salah, right? That person doesn't get judged. So you don't generalize and put one judgment on everyone. And that's why the teachers have to take the time to get to know the individuals, to get to know what are they struggling with. Sometimes a person just learned the rituals of prayer, never really internalized the meaning, right? Others internalize the meaning, but they're kind of negligent on the whole form. Right? We don't need, I'm internalizing the meaning, so the form, it's not that important, right? It's just outside. Allah is concerned with the inside. Right, so in Islam we take all of it, meaning that our salah, this connection with Allah, is both internal and physical, right? Internal and physical, and it has to be conscious. It has to be. So now in our continuation, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, let us continue with the Matn Abi Shuja. So inshallah we'll quickly go over the section that we covered in order to review. Is always good. I will do it in Arabic, bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we did Kitab al-Salah. We introduced Salah. We defined Salah, lughatan shar'an. We also gave the ruling of Salah. We gave the dalil for this ruling based on the Quran, Sunnah, and Ijma'. And from the Matn we covered 2 of the 6 points that we were going to cover. Inshallah, today we'll cover the other 4. So we cover al-mafrudat wa shara'it wujub as-salah wa salawat al-masnuna wa sunan al-tabi'a للفرائض وثلاث نوافل مؤكدات وشرائط الصلاة قبل دخول فيها. So here the mafrudat is the 5 prayers. The shara'it al-wujub are the 3 conditions of for a person to that makes it obligatory for the individual to make salah, which is Islam, al-bulugh wal-aql. The Islam, adolescence, and also the mind, sanity. So and then the salawat. So salawat al-masnuna, we'll cover that now, inshallah. So مواقيت الصلاة الصلاة المفروضة 5. الظهر وأول وقتها زوال الشمس وآخره إذا صار ظل كل شيء مثله بعد ظل الزوال. والعصر وأول وقتها زيادة على ظل المثل وآخره في الاختيار إلى ظل المثلين وفي الجواز إلى غروب الشمس. والمغرب ووقتها واحد وهو غروب الشمس وبمقدار ما يؤذن ويتوضأ ويستر العورة ويقيم الصلاة ويصلي 5 ركعات. والعشاء وأول وقتها إذا غاب الشفق الأحمر وآخره في الاختيار لثلث الليل وفي الجواز لطلوع الفجر الثاني. والصبح وأول وقتها طلوع الفجر الثاني وآخره في الاختيار للإسفار وفي الجواز لطلوع الشمس. وشرائط وجوب الصلاة 3 أشياء: الإسلام، البلوغ، العقل وهو حد التكليف. والصلوات المسنونة 5: العيدان والكسوفان والاستسقاء. وسنن التبع للفرائض 17 ركعة: ركعة الفجر و4 قبل الظهر وركعتان بعده و4 قبل العصر وركعتان بعد المغرب و3 بعد العشاء يوتر بواحدة منهن. و3 نوافل مؤكدات: صلاة الليل وصلاة الضحى وصلاة التراويح. وشرائط الصلاة قبل دخول فيها 5 أشياء: إذ طهارة الأعداء من الحدث والنجس وستر العورة بلباس طاهر والوقوف على مكان طاهر والعلم بدخول الوقت واستقبال القبلة. ويجوز ترك القبلة في حالتين: في شدة الخوف وفي النافلة في السفر على الراحلة. جيد. So وقفنا هنا. Okay, so now the meaning of that, can we, Brother Mansoor, can you please read the English part of it?
Yes, right from the beginning.
Yes, inshallah.
Condition of obligatory prayer.
No, the prayers, the obligatory prayers.
The obligatory. The 3 conditions obligate prayer.
Before that.
Or conditional.
No.
There are 5 obligatory
yes.
prayers. The time for the noon prayer begins with the sun passing its zenith.
Mm-hmm.
It ends when the length of an object shadow minus its shadow at the zenith is the same as its height. The time of mid-afternoon prayer begins when the length of an object shadow minus its shadow at the zenith is greater than the object height. Its preferred time ends when an object shadow is twice its height. Its permissible time extends until sunset. The time for the sunset prayer is a single time. It begins when the sun sets completely and lasts long enough for one to perform the call to prayer. Make ablution, cover what must be covered for prayer, perform the call to commence the prayer, and pray 5 rakah. The time for the night prayer begins when the red in the sky disappears. Its preferred time extends until the end of the first third of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Its permissible time extends until the beginning of the true dawn. The time for the dawn prayer begins at the true dawn. Its preferred time extends until the yellow glow appears on the horizon. Mm-hmm. And its permissible time extends to the rising of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Conditions obligating prayer.
Mm-hmm.
3 conditions obligate prayer. One must pray if one is a Muslim, a mature, and of sound mind. The combination of these 3 conditions is the definition of legal responsibility, taklif.
Mm-hmm.
Recommended prayers. Shall I read the Arabic? No.
No, read the English.
Okay. There are 5 recommended prayers: the 2 aided prayers, the solar and lunar eclipse prayers, and the drought prayer. There are 17 prayers, rakat, prayer cycles of recommended prayers associated with the obligatory daily prayers. Rawatib. 2 before dawn prayer, 4 before noon prayer, and 2 after his performance. 4 before the mid-afternoon prayer, 2 after the sunset prayer, 3 after the night prayer, 1 single prayer cycle which is witr. 3 supererogatory nafilat nawafil prayer are emphasized. The night vigil prayer, qiyamul layl, the mid-morning prayer, duha, and tarawih. Performing prayers. Prerequisites. There are 5 prerequisites for prayer: the absence of ritual impurity, adat, and inexcusable filth, covering one's nakedness with clothes that are pure. Praying on something that is pure, knowing that the prayer time is entered, and facing the direction of the Kaaba. In two situations, it is permissible to deviate from the direction of prayer: if there is intense fear, and if praying non-obligatory prayers during a journey while riding a mount. Integrals.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so now we're going to the Bismillah الصلوات المسنونة. جيد. الصلوات المسنونة خمسة. الصلوات المسنونة خمسة. العيدان المسنونة أي المسنونات الصلوات المسنونات means a سنا مؤكدا تأكيدا زائدا عن غيرها. The salawat al-masnunat, they're sunnah, right? There's sunnah that are mu'akkadat, that the Prophet ﷺ never abandoned, right? Ta'kidan, with there's certainty, za'idan, and it's greater in value, right, than the other prayers, besides the fard. So this is second after the fard. This is the second level. And then you have nafilats, right? Nawafilat. لا استقلالها وطلب الجماعة فيها. So there's no, in this, there is no need to لاستقلالها وطلب الجماعة فيها. So these salats are of such importance that because of that, it's recommended to have a congregational prayer, right?
Say again.
Congregation.
So to have a congregational prayer, right?
Okay.
So for example, you have Al-Eidan Eid, we do it in congregation, right? Al-Kusufan, whenever there's an eclipse, we recommend it to go in and gather in congregation. And Al-Istisqa is the seeking of rain, right? So this is, because of that, it tells us the importance, right? وستأتي مفصلة في أبوابها. So inshallah, the details of the Eidan, of the 2 Eids, of the 2 eclipses, and of the Istisqa, that will come. There's a chapter specifically for them. So we're not going to get into the details of these matters. We're just going to mention them because they're part of the Salah. So this is like an introduction. So Salawat al-Masnuna, Khamsa, the 2 Eids, the 2 eclipses, and the Istisqa, the prayer for rain when there's drought, right? The prayer for during drought.
And these are the prayers that the Prophet never missed.
Yeah, mu'akkadat, masnunat,
Emphasize.
the sunnah. Yeah, highly emphasized. And they're of such importance that because of that they were recommended to be done in congregation, right? That also indicates why are they important. جيد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والسنن التابعة للفرائض. The sunan that follow the fara'id. This sunan are a little bit less in value than this sunnah, right? Why? Because you do them individually, you don't do them in jama'ah, right? The sunnah for fajr, you don't do it in jama'ah. The sunnah before dhuhr or after dhuhr or asr or after maghrib, you never do it in jama'ah, you do it individually, right? So here وَسُنَنَ التَّابِعَ لِلْفَرَائِض, they follow the obligatory prayers. 17 ركعة, there are 17 rak'at. 17 rakat. رواه البخاري in 1116 ومسلم 724 عن عائشة رضي الله تعالى عنها قالت لم يكن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم على شيء من النوافل أشد تعاهدا منه على ركعتي الفجر. So the Prophet ﷺ, Aisha radiallahu anha said that the Prophet ﷺ wasn't as stricter, right, to himself, right, in his covenant with performing the two rakats of Fajr, of right, rakat al-Fajr. النوافل right سنن التابع للفرائض هو النوافل جمع نافلة is singular for supererogatory prayer. وهي ما زاد عن الفرد. This is what's done, like what it's increased from the fard. So you did the dhuhr, then you did the sunnah afterwards, right? In case, right, there's a deficiency in the fard, the complements, right? رواه جيد ركعة 17 ركعة الفجر وأربع قبل الظهر وركعة بعده. رواه البخاري 1127 عن عائشة رضي الله تعالى عنها أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان لا يدع 4 قبل الظهر وركعتين بعد الغداء. So the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم would not abandon the 4 rakats. He would not miss the 4 rakats before dhuhr and the 2 rakats afterwards. وركعتين قبل الغداء and الفجر, and he would not miss out the 2 rakats of Fajr. ولمسلم كان يصلي في بيتي قبل الظهر 4. So he used to pray the sunnah in his house before dhuhr, 4 rakats. ثم يخرج فيصلي بالناس, and then he will pray amongst the people. ثم يدخل فيصلي ركعتين, and then he will enter. ثم يدخل في البيت, then he will enter his house and pray the other 2 rakats. Jade. So the 2 rakats sunnah nawafil. So now sunnah al-tabi' lil-fara'id. So the wisdom behind this, the Prophet ﷺ in another hadith said, do not make your homes graves. Pray in them. Right? Sometimes some will make all their sunnahs in the masjid. They go home, they don't pray sunnahs at home. Right? The Prophet ﷺ said, the obligatory prayer, make them in the masjid. And make some sunnahs, that's fine. But do not abandon the sunnahs in the house, because your homes need this dua, these prayers. So, وأربعة here, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويزيد ركعتين أيضا بعدها لما رواه الخمسة. So 5 of the scholars of hadith وصححه الترمذي عن حبيبة رضي الله عنها سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من صلى 4 ركعات قبل الظهر و4 بعدها حرمه الله على النار. So there's another hadith about doing 4 rakats after 4 rakats after dhuhr, right? So some people will read one hadith and that's it, and they say, no, there's only 2. Why are you doing 2? Another one say, no, why are you doing 2? It's only 4. It has to be 4. It has to be 4, right? No, but right, and then they get into this conflict, right? But look at this. From the same hadith, there's an increase. Yazidu rak'atayn ba'da, and there's Habiba radiallahu ta'ala anha سمعت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول من صلى 4 ركعات قبل الظهر و4 بعد حرمه الله على النار. Whoever prays 4 rakats before dhuhr and 4 after, he will be protected from the hellfire.
So if you pray 2 in the beginning, you can pray 4 together.
No, what I'm saying is that the sunnah before dhuhr is to make 4. There's no la khilaf in that. There's no difference in that, right? And then the difference is that the Prophet in a hadith did 2, in another he did 4, right? So both is fine. So you could
But
do 2.
if you miss the 4, can you pray it after?
You could pray after. That's fine.
So you pray it together 4,
Yeah.
or you pray 60 separate. You pray 2.
You pray 2. You always there's no salahs that you join together except the obligatory prayers. So every other thing besides the obligatory prayer, you pray in 2s.
So you're saying the 4 rakat
2.
before Zohar is 2.
Yeah, 2, because it's not obligatory prayer. That's from what I know. That's the way you do it. Now, the obligatory prayer you do it 4, right? Because then what is the difference between that and the fard? You understand? It becomes like the same prayer. There's no difference in form,
Pray 4.
right? So you pray 2, you finish, you pray 2, and the sunnah prayers usually is 2. The same thing. This is the sunnah of the night prayers. In the night prayers, he could pray 11 together. He pray 2, break 2, break 2, break 2, break 2, break. He said, right, make these many, and then you utiru bi wahidatihun minha, like, because Allah is witr, He loves witr, like in Maghrib, right? You make 2 and 1, right? So that's the difference, inshallah. Fadl, inshallah. So, okay. Arba wa arba qabla al-asr. So the 4 before asr. لما رواه الترمذي وحسنه. So Tirmidhi related it and he said it's a good hadith. Hadith number 430. عن أبي عمر عن ابن عمر معذرة عن ابن عمر رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال رحم الله امرأ صلى قبل العصر 4. May Allah have mercy on a person who makes 4 rakats before Asr. وَيُصَلِّيهَا. Look at this, subhanAllah. وَيُصَلِّيهَا رَكَعَتَيْن. He just missed one. He just left a minute ago. And he prays it 2 rak'ah in intervals of 2. لما رواه الترمذي وغيره عن علي رضي الله تعالى عنه كان النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يصلي قبل العصر 4 ركعات يفصل بينهن بالتسليم. He would make 4, but he would separate between the 4 with a taslim. He would 2 and 2. Jade. So Rawahu.
I thought the sunnah had to be prayed for together.
That's that has to be verified.
Because I've always grown up with.
But that could be from the Hanafi madhab, and that has to be verified and look at just to for it's not it's okay. The thing is we look at it, we look at what's available from the text and all that. But if one follows the Hanafi madhab, then one should do the homework to look at what is the proof that's available, and that's it. Not.
So if you don't mind, let's break down Duha real quick, if you don't mind. Okay, so because I understand Fajr because it's 2 and 2. Okay, Duha, you're saying the 4 sunnah before the Fard. Break that down 2.
Taslim 2.
And 2 again, and then the 4 Fard.
Duha, and then
2.
And then 2, or then 2 and 2.
Yeah, 2.
Okay.
That's new for me.
Okay, so inshallah we'll just write that down so that we can look it up, even keep it on the WhatsApp, so that we can look it up, inshallah, of what is the dalil, right, about making the sunnah prayers in one interval, right, like 4 rakats together. That we should look up, and also the brothers that are watching as well, inshallah, if you can look that up as well and share with us on the WhatsApp. And if you're not, then inshallah I will add you on the WhatsApp so that we can.
In Oman, people dividing even with them. They pray 1 rakat and then again they pray 2 rakat.
Yeah, we typically do the witr, we do the 2,
Yeah.
and then 1. We do that. Yeah, we do. We do the 1 is last. We save the 1 for last. Okay,
One
so
for the last.
last.
I think doing one. I don't know why they do it.
Yeah, so
That's-
okay, so ركعتان بعد المغرب. جيد، ركعتان بعد المغرب. رواه البخاري عن ابن عمر رضي الله عنهما قال: حفظت من النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم 10 ركعات، ركعتين قبل الظهر, 2 rakats before ظهر. جيد. وركعتين بعدها, 2 after, right? وركعتين بعد المغرب, and 2 rakats after المغرب في بيته. وركعتين بعد العشاء في بيته, and 2 rakats after العشاء. وركعتين قبل الفجر, قبل الصبح, كانت ساعات لا يدخل على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فيها. So you see also that it's two. Right? But you have to understand, look, so the Prophet, so Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu saw the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but Ibn Umar was a kid. So sometimes the Prophet's wisdom is that he would teach the youth according to their level. Okay? So it shows you, so if you have somebody who just does 2 before Dhuhr and 2 after, there's nothing wrong with that. Right?
On the Isha part, it didn't mention any sunnah before the fard.
Sheikh, can I interrupt? Sorry.
Yes.
In Surah An-Nur, Allah Ta'ala tells, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر في اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والآصال رجال لا تلهيهم تجارة ولا بيع عن ذكر الله وإقام الصلاة وإيتاء الزكاة. This does concern, points towards the house, but many of them they comment that it is towards the masjid. Can you just explain and then research on this?
No. So that also just jot it down, please, so that I can look it up because.
In reference to that, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to pray at home.
No, that's true, but the no, I'll look at the tafsir.
Okay.
That's one. I'll look at the tafsir, but the thing is, we have to be very cautious because some people that use that. See, the thing is, some people will use that to just say that, khalas, we don't have to pray in the masjid. And some will use also the hadith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the earth a masjid, so why are we going to go to a masjid? Right? So that's why there's a hadith, there's 2 hadith. One hadith about the virtues of praying in Jama'ah being 27, right? About the Jama'ah prayer being 27 times better, right? About the Jama'ah, and this Jama'ah can be anywhere. But praying in Jama'ah, also is 20. There's another hadith that says 25, right? So one is praying in Jama'ah in the masjid, and the other is the virtue of praying together. There's a hadith that the Prophet ﷺ one time he saw a person praying by himself and another person was praying, and he said, why didn't you join him? Right? The prayer of 2 is better than the prayer of 1, and the prayer of 3 is better than the prayer of 2. Right? And he continued increasing. So that's why there's a benefit. If one person's dua and prayer is accepted, it benefits the whole jama'ah. Right? So that there's a lot of benefit that is different than in the home. You're praying at home and the soap opera is praying and the phone call is ringing and there, you understand that's the but
sorry for this.
No.
I mean the sunnah. That's how he used to pray sunnah.
The sunnah, yes, the sunnah at home, and the fard, and that according to everybody's capability as well, because not everybody can make the 5 fard in the masjid, but at least Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. And when Allah understands you're gonna get busy, and when you become free, then turn to Allah. Look how merciful is Allah. Allah knows that you're gonna get busy. فَإِذَا فَرَغْتَ فَانْصَبْ وَإِلَى رَبِّكَ فَارْغَب. Right? If we get free, then turn to Allah.
What ayat was that? Surah Nur?
That في بيوت أذن الله. That Allah knows somehow. It starts with Allah knows somehow.
The 34. So just put in houses where the prayer is established. Just put that. I'll find it inshallah. Okay, so let's continue because the Maghrib is going to come in. جيد. So هذا ركعات العشر مذكورة في هذه الحديث كذا من غيرها ودل على سنية غيرها ما ذكر من الأدلة. So here,
Yeah.
this hadith, this is what what Sheikh Mustafa al-Bugha Hafidahullah said. He said that this hadith, هذا ركعات العشر, the 10 that talks about the 10 sunnah prayers, is stronger than the other ahadith, right? Which deal and as a proof. So the for example, like that, they mentioned that there is like 17 and so on, and others mentioned that 12, and so he said that based on the grade of the hadith, this is 10 is fine. Yes. ويستحب أن يصلي ركعتين خفيفتين قبل صلاة المغرب, and it is يستحب, right? It is mustahab, right? Right, is preferred, light, right? That to pray 2 rakats, light rakats before Maghrib. Wow. Now some people were like, wait a minute, 2 rakats before Maghrib, isn't it after Asr? And after Asr you shouldn't pray, right? So now let's see, right? The claims to be, there has to be a proof. رواه البخاري 599 ومسلم 837 عن أنس رضي الله تعالى عنه قال كنا بالمدينة فإذا أذن المؤذن لصلاة المغرب ابتدروا سواري فيركعون ركعتين حتى إن الغريب لا يدخل المسجد الصلاة قد صليت من كثرة من يصليهما. So basically, entering after the adhan of Maghrib, right? They prayed 2 rakats after the adhan of Maghrib. So it's not before the adhan; it's after the adhan, right? So because once that Maghrib entered, Jade. So وابتدروا سواري جمع سارية وهي الدعامة التي يرفع عليها وغيرها السقف, وتسمى أسطوانة أو ابتدورها أي تسرع إليه ووقف كل واحد خلف واحدة منها ركعتين أي كل واحد يصلي ركعتين لا يزيد عليه. So everybody prayed 2 rakats that heard the adhan, and they were in the masjid, they prayed 2 rakats. وكانوا خفيفتان, and they were light prayers, not long prayers. ويستحب أيضا أن يصلي ركعتين خفيفتين قبل صلاة العشاء, and also يستحب, right? So pray 2 light rakats before Isha. لما رواه البخاري ومسلم عن عبد الله ابن مفضل رضي الله تعالى عنه قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بين كل أذانين صلاة ثم قال في ثالثة لمن شاء. Okay, so he said between every 2 adhans, adhan and iqamah, between the adhan and iqamah there is 2 rakats, between adhan and iqamah there is 2 rakats, and the third time he said for whoever wills, whoever can do it, right? liman sha, whoever wants to do it. وأذانين الأذان والإقامة. أذانين here, أذانان, the 2 calls, أذان and إقامة. Jade. So العشاء يوتر بواحدة منهن. So inshallah, let us make the adhan for Maghrib. Inshallah, let us pray Maghrib, and inshallah we will continue. بإذن الله سبحانه وتعالى. We have two small sections, inshallah. That's it. We'll finish the Sunnah Natab al-Faraid, the three Nawafil Muakkadat, and then last, the conditions of the Salat before entering it, the 5 conditions, which is purity and all that. So that will be the last section that we will cover. So we have the Nawafil Muakkadat and the Shara'it al-Salat. Jay, so Bismillah. We'll resume after Salat al-Maghrib, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.